And the Cavs have won 3 straight since their massive overhaul at the trade deadline, including big wins on the road against the Thunder and the Celtics. Joined now by Professor Rob Parker.
What's happening
now? Huh?
Good morning.
Wow.
Well, after 6 weeks, it's kind of
It's
in,
6.
right?
It's official.
Gilligan's Island professor.
but we were at the Jordan party.
Yes.
Friday night.
We?
Shannon, Chris
Chris
Broussard,
yeah.
the 3 of us were there, and let me tell you, this mansion was unbelievable. But Shannon, you saw those pork chops, the lamb chops that were all over Skip. Guess how many I had?
Like 15.
No, there wasn't that many.
Okay, 10. I'm
10.
sorry.
It was 10.
You had 10 lamb chops?
Yes.
Delicious.
Because it was like on a conveyor belt. So
Right,
they didn't have service, and so it just keeps coming around. So they had like filet, they had lamb chops, they had chicken tenders, mac and cheese. I'm like, Rob, for real, Rob? I mean, other people want lamb chops too. He just kept getting them
You
still.
realize that red meat's not good for your heart.
The lamb chops are good, though.
All right.
And and I wasn't paying for them.
Well, right.
They're cheap.
Listen, can't turn down free food. How much pressure is on LeBron now after all these moves?
A ton of pressure. You know this. Here's the thing. LeBron better pipe down about ranting and raving about these guys, even though I think because the playoff time, June, is about stars, not about role players. I mean, he's making such a big deal. Hood, Hill, Clarkston, Nance. I mean, Skip, he's going to go into the finals against the Warriors with the Cosby kids, basically. And
so you are saying he's going to get to the finals?
yeah, he's going to get there, but it's not going to be enough. Only because I don't have any confidence in the Raptors. Boston's not there. They're not there yet. So when you look at it, there's going to be added pressure to LeBron because he's talked up these guys who are role players. You need stars in June. You need Kyrie's 28 points against the Warriors.
Yeah.
You need a guy like that. And don't tell me, well, Kevin Love's going to come back. We've seen the Kevin Love act. We've seen LeBron. Think about this. Kyrie averaged 28 points in 13 postseason games against the Warriors.
Yeah.
28. LeBron had a triple-double last year, and they still lost in a 5-game sweep. So now you're telling me
It's not a sweep.
It is a sweep. Because that one game they got lucky and made all those shots. That was the only game they won.
What about the game they got unlucky and couldn't hit a shot?
Well, they were bad. All I'm telling you
Y'all
is...
two read around each other.
No.
I had no idea.
I'm telling you.
No.
This is going to be a bad look for him because it'll be another loss, and then the excuse, Skip, will be, what do you want me to do?
So you say LeBron has a built-in excuse?
Yeah, he has a built-in, this is a built-in excuse. These guys,
because I don't have enough help?
He's raving about now, but when they shrink come postseason championship time, then he'll say, oh, you expect me to win with Clarkston and Hood and Hill and without Kyrie? I'm telling you,
I mean,
this is going to be a bad look for him. But that's why I'm saying he needs to tone it down, pumping these guys up, winning three meaningless games during the regular season. Celtics were struggling. Who else did they beat? They beat Charlotte. I'm not Charlotte. They beat OKC.
Oh, OKC any good?
Well, they had.
What about Boston? Boston any good?
No, they're struggling. They've lost 8 of their last 14.
Of course they're struggling. That's what we do. We put that stranglehold on them.
just telling
You struggle.
LeBron is going to look bad.
I see what y'all two do.
I'm not doing anything.
Yes, you are.
You don't lump me in with Professor.
I know what y'all, because here's the thing. This is how y'all do LeBron. If he gets to the finals, there's nobody in the East. Oh, Gordon Hayward was hurt. Oh, do you think y'all have any confidence in Toronto? It's never. I already know how y'all do it. Now, no one ever said, oh, the East was so tough. The East wasn't tough when Jordan was playing. How many Hall of Famers was on that Knicks squad? 1, Patrick Ewing. How many was on Indiana? 1, Reggie Miller. How many was with the Miami Heat? 1, Zoe Morning.
I think Mark Jackson's a Hall of Famer. That's just me.
Okay. And if
I think Charles Oakley has Hall of Fame impact.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
Skip. He is.
Skip, stop
absolutely.
it. LeBron went through the Celtics. How many of those Celtics are going to be in the Hall of Fame? Will Ray Allen, Kevin Garnett, and Paul Pierce, will any one or two or all three be in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, but that's the only team you're bringing up. I want to go through the rest of the East.
Okay.
What are you talking about? The East right now is paper thin. You know it, Shannon. There's nobody there. The only reason he's made the 7th straight NBA Finals is because there's nobody there.
I love how you guys do it. You think physicality made it great. because it was a hard nose. You come down the lane, we put you on your butt. But stop doing that, Rob Parker. You know the Knicks wasn't any good. Neither was the Pacers.
The Knicks were really good.
They
They
were not.
They had
Hey.
a chance. They had Michael Jordan
Had
down
a
2-0.
chance. Had a chance.
I covered every one of that 7-game Pacer series. You're talking about 1998?
Yeah.
With Reggie Miller and Mark Jackson and Chris Mullin and the Antonio
And
the
the Davis, they
both
weren't brothers,
but they
there
had
was
two
the
Davises.
boys. They called the Davis
Right.
boys.
And Rick Smits was huge
They were
and
a good
long.
team.
And Derek McKee. Are you kidding me? That
mean-
team was like, it went 7 full games.
And then LeBron in the finals, he's facing the Spurs, 4 Hall of Famers. The Warriors, 4 Hall of Famers.
Wait, this is the same guy who laughs at the Spurs every day.
But they're Hall of Famers.
broccoli. They're broccoli.
They got the best-
Shannon, when it comes to the Basketball Hall of Fame, you're probably in it too. You're
No.
probably in both Hall
Right.
of Fame.
Tim-
Everybody gets in the
Let me ask you a
Basketball Hall of
question.
Fame.
Is Tim Duncan not the best power player to ever breathe?
Well, I think so. You
Okay.
don't.
I do.
On any other day, you'd say no.
I said best power forward. Now, he's the best, hands down. I mean, what are we talking about here, Skip? I mean, the guy got 3 Finals MVPs, 2 regular season MVPs. He's like an 8, 9-time all-defensive first-team NBA, 10-time first-team offense. So we know what Tim Duncan represents. That's what LeBron has to face in the finals. The Spurs, 4 Hall of Famers. The Warriors, 4 Hall of Famers. Get through the Celtics with 3. Rondo was on the Hall of Fame arc also, Skip. You know that.
Well,
He's not a Hall of Fame.
I said he was on one before he got hurt, yeah.
I thought we were talking about this year's pressure on LeBron, and you were changing the subject again.
Does he have pressure or not?
He's LeBron James. He's always going to have pressure. He's one of these, like Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. Does Tom Brady not have pressure every year to get to the championship? Of course he does. That's what we expect.
So, to shatter the point you tried to make to start off your argument, I completely and utterly disagree with every point Rob Parker just made. I am on the opposite side of this. What did I tell you the moment we were on the air live after the trade went down at the trade deadline? What was my first comment to you? No more excuses. Dan Gilbert, Executive of the Year. He went out and flipped the Kyrie trade back on its head.
I still don't know how he did it.
He changed everything. He changed life in Cleveland in the final hour. One fell swoop. He got rid of every problem in the locker room.
Yeah.
I don't know how he did it. Isaiah Thomas gone. How did he do that? How did he get rid of Isaiah Thomas? Jay Crowder out. How did he get Rodney Hood? It's a guy who destroys my Spurs in the clutch. He's one of the great clutch shooters off the bench this side of Lou Williams. So you end up with the 2 most explosive bench players this side of Lou Williams, all of a sudden coming off your bench, and they know their roles because they love that role. That's all they ever do is come off the bench.
And we got Larry Nance that's going to play defense against
Larry Nance is a talented overachiever who only plays the right way, and he's a great teammate, so he's a great fit. And George Hill, who was a Spur and played in a whole lot of big playoff games and has been there and done all this, he will not choke under pressure. I don't think he's a great player, but he's perfect for LeBron.
How many championships did those guys bring with them?
Okay, well, George Hill's been in the middle.
No, but I'm asking how many did they?
Okay,
0.
okay, I got that.
What about the Knicks? How many did they have?
No, but those players were better.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't see the role players.
Okay, I got you. But they didn't get a star back. But they got a lot of firepower back that fits in every slot that you needed to fit it in. And furthermore, Dwayne Wade, how sweet was that? To get him back to Miami?
Yeah.
That was sort of the icing on the whole cake. Dwayne gets to go home.
They got D Rose out of there. Because
got D Rose out of there.
And
by the way, the bottom line to this, the punchline is they kept the Brooklyn pick for next year to keep LeBron there.
But are they closer to winning the championship now?
Way closer. They turned life around. They were in danger of missing the playoffs before this trade got made.
I never looked at it like that. I thought there was plenty of time for them to get righted. They were playing awful, led by LeBron James.
They were
playing
had
terrible.
Big locker room issues.
big.
Right,
but
they're no
But it was a small problem.
They're
It
no
was a
closer,
small
Shannon,
problem.
to winning it. They're no closer to the Warriors. They couldn't.
Rob,
LeBron and them couldn't beat them with Kyrie and Kevin Love. Now you're going to tell me they beat them with George Hill?
What did your eye test tell you about they threw all this? I thought it would take a month or so to figure it out. What happened right away? They have to go face their Eastern Conference rival at Boston. And what did they do to them?
What they do, Rob?
They destroyed them.
Was Kyrie playing?
You're talking about a regular season game in February.
Hey, I'm
You're
just
being
saying.
a prisoner of the moment.
No, I'm
Skip.
not.
Yes,
No, I'm
you
not.
are.
And then check
Over
this
2 or
out.
3 games against
This is, wait a minute. This isn't a moment. This is a 3-week period in which, at home, You got embarrassed by Russell Westbrook and the new Oklahoma City Thunder.
Because LeBron wasn't playing. No, he wasn't.
Well, he was there.
But he didn't play.
Okay.
He
Right.
had pulled out.
It was 148 to 124.
Correct.
And in 3 weeks' time, you go to their building in Oklahoma City and you destroy them with your new team.
Oh, yeah.
And it looked like the new team had been playing together for 3 years instead of 3 days.
That's what LeBron do, Skip.
Okay, well, I'm going to give you this. That's a basketball team.
Yeah.
And again, Kevin Love is not even playing. He's an all-star now. He's a star. And
Kevin Love's played before against the Warriors.
Yes.
Skip, all I'm telling you is,
remember, he's not there yet.
this is nice. You guys want to go crazy about regular season games. I'm telling you, they're no closer. If they couldn't beat the Warriors with LeBron averaging a triple-double, Kyrie averaging 28 points, shooting 40% from three, he had 3 or 4 40-point games against them. You're now telling me this team is better?
This is a better, deeper
They might be
basketball
better
team.
than the team that started this season, but they're no closer to winning a championship. And I'll sit here right now and tell you it'll be the same thing. Either a 4-game sweep or a 5-game sweep. The Cavaliers will not, NOT, Shannon, will not beat the Warriors.
I love how Rob talks about, it's like a meaningless game.
It is.
But you hark back to, LeBron was playing terrible.
He was.
It's a meaningless
Yeah,
game.
he did not have the worst plus-minus in the whole league.
For
For
19
now
games.
you care about
Six
plus minus. You normally write down, Skip, what does that even mean, Skip?
I don't know.
It's no good.
So, you know what I loved about this? Is that you didn't have to trade any of the pieces that I liked. You kept Tristan and you kept JR. These guys can play. They've been at the highest level.
And those guys also lost the championship to the Warriors. They were there, Skip. All the guys you
Kyle
kept.
Korver, and you kept the guy who's been playing the best all year, Jeff Green.
Correct.
So all of a sudden,
Correct.
look how deep I'm going.
deep.
You're going 10 deep with the quote-unquote best player on the planet.
Skip, are they going to beat the Warriors, yes or no? That's what
I give him
wanna
a
hear from you.
50-50 shot.
That's
I gave him no
Skip,
shot.
That's 50-50's nothing. Give
Well,
me
I don't know.
I need more than that.
Well, I need to see more.
Everything's 50-50. Give me
No, it's not.
tell me it's 70-30 one way.
Well, I just made the case, and you weren't here the last topic, but the Warriors aren't quite the Warriors of last year.
It's a regular
They're little-
season. They
okay,
don't need
we'll
to.
see.
They've been there for 3 years, going on 4. You know it's hard to get motivated, Skip.
What about the Cavs? You didn't say that they've been there before. You just said, it's a meaningless regular season game.
No, because they're trying to beat the champs. They can't beat them.
They can't beat them until they face them. So what about them? Oh, yeah. See, it's a meaningless game. But it's so much.
Shannon, you know my what? You want to lay something on the line for this?
Whatever, Rob Parker.
What's doing?
What do you want to bet?
Shannon's betting $1 billion these days.
Come on.
So.
I don't care. Something big.
Sizzler.
Sizzler?
Yeah.
Sizzler, I like that. A lamb chop?
How about a lamb chop dinner?
Yeah.
I was embarrassed. Yeah.
Okay, I am on the record. LeBron James has no more excuses.
LeBron doesn't make
You're saying
excuses.
he's got a built-in. I say no more.
He's got a built-in excuse. All LeBron fans will say, what? He doesn't have Kyrie and then Isaiah Thomas, who's supposed to be the big star. He doesn't have
you know
them,
what?
and you want him to win with Jordan Clarkson.
That's
exactly what they're going to say,
I just
Skip.
want to ask you one time. Michael Jordan went 6-0 in the in the finals. Name the team that was as stacked as the Warriors or the Spurs.
Doesn't matter. It's a different time. LeBron got beat. You know why they're stacked? Because LeBron stacked his team, and it wound up being the most ironic
did he do it before
twist
the
of
Celtics?
fate.
Did he do it
That's what he did.
did he do it
no,
before
the
the Celtics?
Celtics were a trade. They gave up players to get players. It was a trade.
Did you really?
How long was Kevin Garnett in Minnesota? 13, 14 years? It wasn't in the prime of his career. It was at the end of his career when he went to Boston.
If you don't mind me asking, Rob, how did they get there? Did Kevin Garnett get drafted by the Celtics?
No, but
what about Ray Allen?
It was at the end of his career.
And LeBron James, they did the sign and trade. That's how they got all.
No, but they left in the prime of their careers. It had never been done in the history of the NBA. Ever.
All I'm saying is, did Jordan
He's 3-5 in the finals, soon to be 3-6.
About to be 4 and 5.
3-6.
4 and 5.
Lamb chop
Oh,
dinner.
you ready to put it on it?
4 and 5 lamb
All right,
chops.
we finally got him to
As
do
a
it.
matter of fact, I
So
want.
wait, you just did it? You
Yeah.
just bet on.
I want my lamb chop from New Zealand.
Wow.
I want you to go to New Zealand to get my lamb chops.
Okay.
You
Nice
too.
tie, Rob. Thanks for joining us. Our friend Joel Klatt released a shocking mock draft this morning, and we'll react to it next.